they deserve. It's funny the way he talks about Kanye. It's like, yeah, I saw Kanye, I saw that he had a future, etc. But if you looked at the documentary,
It's just by luck.
yeah, because they weren't really
They
accepting
weren't
Kanye. Man. Did you watch the news about Dame Dash saying that he's something that along the lines of proud being broke or something like that, like
Yeah. Before
glorifying
before
it.
before I think it's good to link these two cases together, because
Okay.
I have a feeling, I'm not sure. A while ago, somewhere in 2016, 15, they went on the Breakfast Club and told DJ Envy that he's not a boss.
Oh, was that 2016? So
I
long ago?
mean, it was a while back, so it was a while. I'm not sure. I'm just saying it's the.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Okay.
could be
Okay.
the timeline could be scrambled a little bit.
I
Maybe I'm
think it was for like
scrambling the
4 or 5
timeline.
years. It seems to me like 2018 or something, maybe.
Could
I
be
don't know.
2018. When did they start with the Ponzi scheme? I'm not sure, but it was before, I think, because it seems like Damon triggered something in Envy's head, trying to show he's a boss. Well, it seems
He
like
he put a chip on
always
his shoulder. He put a chip
put a,
on.
he put a chip on his shoulder, and Envy thought, okay, I'm gonna be a boss. I'm gonna be a slumlord. Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's go. I've read the story about Dame Dash, man. Dame Dash is down and out. He's
but
down and out now.
but is he really down and out, or is it like figure of speech?
So he basically says,
Because
because he has to pay child support, right?
Mhm.
And he cannot pay child support. He's basically saying his current businesses are not making enough money, and that his child support arrangements from 20 years ago, from 15 years ago, he cannot pay it.
Mhm.
He has a lot of failed businesses the last few years. I think it has to do with um, the way he conducts business. I mean, if you look at how he does things, you burn your own bridges, and at a certain point you cannot continue burning bridges, because then you're on your own. But it seems like he, according to let's call it, all these network websites, he's worth 100,000 from the millions with
Yeah,
all
but
these failed
yeah.
businesses. I mean, this is just, I mean, these network websites are a lot of times BS.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise me if he burned through the money, because he has a lot of failed businesses the last few years. He cannot get businesses off the ground, even though he's a hustler.
Yeah. And th- I'm glad you said that because he is really, that's what he comes across as, right? A hustler, someone that just graduated from the school of hard knocks. And it's always like double, right? He's a very controversial person as well because he always seems to burn bridges, but at the same time, he always seems to be, he's very confident in what he's doing. As Dan Pena, that's not Pena, that's Pena. As Dan Pena says, I might be wrong, but I'm never in doubt. So it seems to me like to tell so I would be I'm surprised. I was surprised when I heard the news, but a couple of things play a role here, and we need to take this with a grain of salt as well. Again, coming from a lawyer, you mentioned child support. A lot of people don't agree with the amount of child support that they need to pay, especially if you see that the child support is going towards the mother of the child instead of the kid. That's one. Second, you know who also doesn't have money? Cesar Pia, allegedly. But that doesn't mean that he doesn't control money. So that's something else we need to look at. Maybe he doesn't have the money. Maybe I'm not saying that he doesn't have failed businesses, but we never know for sure. I mean, to say someone is broke, we always need to take it with a grain of salt, because maybe he has other legal entities that do have money that control his assets. So he's not going to be moved out from his house, for example, because the house is not in his name. He's not going to lose his car because the car is not in his name. Maybe there's a bank account he's not going to lose because it's not in his name. So we need to take everything with a grain of salt. That being said, I think when you're doing business, you really need to do business for business. And what I've seen him talk about on, let's say, shows like the Breakfast Club and in interviews, etc. Because I do like his way of thinking of being a boss. That's I like that way of thinking. But when you're a boss, you need to conduct business the right way as well. And with him, I always found, and he tells you as well, I do what I want to do. So it's a way of approaching business, but I don't think it's a sustainable way of approaching business.
It's only
You,
sustainable if you make if everything you do is 100% of the time right, and it's not.
it's not. And in business, it never is
Never
actually.
is.
And but he
Theoretically.
has he has like a Netflix ish platform, like a streaming platform. He has like a studio. He has like artists.
Yeah.
But the thing is as well, care that if you do everything simultaneously, you won't really do. I mean, it will be very difficult to do something really well because you're
Mhm.
spreading all your attention. So I don't. I'm really skeptic whether or not he's really, really broke, and what is broke for someone who's at millions, like 5 million. It's broke, but is he really broke? Is the first thing. The second thing um, is he gonna change? This way of thinking now that let's say for the sake of argument he is broke. Is he gonna change his way of doing business? Is he going to be more mindful, more business minded, more profit focused, etc.? I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't. If he doesn't do that. So
I think he's a self-admitted. He admitted himself that he stole money during the partnership with Jay-Z, if I'm not mistaken. So that already puts you like people might not do business with you. It's the same when people that are logical will think the same if someone tells them, "I've learned real estate in jail." If you learned real estate in jail, why should I do business? You've been already been locked up for doing stuff that's not legal.
yeah,
Why would I partner with you knowing that?
yeah.
The same with this. He admitted from what I've heard that he stole money during the partnership with Jay-Z. So why would someone else do business with you in that case in the future? Put themselves into a situation where they could lose money.
Yeah.
And also, if you look at the old videos of him storming into the Rockefeller or the Def Jam meetings, yelling and all that stuff, come on, man. This is me. You're trying to put your foot down, but
You're burning bridges.
you're
But
burning
he's
it.
saying, but so is the way he's talking is that he did it for other people, but the other people weren't thankful. But it was because people feared him that they gave Jay-Z and maybe other artists as well more than what they deserve. It's funny the way he talks about Kanye. It's like, yeah, I saw Kanye, I saw that he had a future, etc. But if you looked at the documentary,
It's just by luck.
yeah, because they weren't really
They weren't,
accepting
really
Kanye.
they weren't interested in him until others tried to bid for him.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
And by the way, I think didn't he sign because the other deal fell through?
it was really a coincidental thing because Kanye was really trying to prove himself. Uh, he wasn't getting meetings with Def Jam, and so Dame Dash, and I forgot what happened, but
You
it
need
was
to look
like,
into the family business. That is it. Family business. Not best is the last track of the his first album where he talks about how he signed to Rockefeller. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all luck, right? And he, they, they is someone. If you had the choice to partner with a couple of people, 9 out of 10 times people will leave him out of the deal
Yeah,
because
because
you
they don't
don't
want
want that.
problems. You don't
Yeah,
want problems. Yeah.
yeah. Your
Yeah.
reputation will destroy you at the long run. If you have a reputation, a bad reputation, doesn't matter how much money you make. At a certain point, people will not. If you start losing, because sometimes you will lose, and people will not partner up with you, which make you lose more, and then you become like a jinx,
Yeah.
and people stay away from you. I
Yeah.
think that's something we can all learn from this situation.
Definitely.
And you might be right. Maybe he's trying to rearrange the child support to the point he doesn't have to pay as much as he had to pay before. Time will tell. Well, it seems like it might swing his side, because if you don't have money to pay your child support, then it's
Yeah.
gonna be tough to claim you have to pay 20,000 a month or
Yeah.
whatever amount he's paying.